Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. These were the other three knives that came with the two Wii knives. I always try to do the Civivi and Sencut, separately from Wii knives because the Wii knives tend to be a bit emotionally overwhelming for me. So I don't want to make the videos too long. So we're going to do these today. But just like Wii knives, Civivi / Sencut has been producing some of the best stuff in the sub $75 territory that we've ever seen. Sometimes they go over that mark, which is a little annoying, but hopefully what we've got here today is under 75. Just like the other two Wii knives that you may or may not have seen me unbox here recently, these will also release on November 18th, so it's not going to be right on the day, but hopefully there'll still be some listed. I'll link this stuff down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's find out what we've got here. I'm going to do the Sencut first. So I'm trying not to look at the paper. I just want to open the box. Draxor, green / black G10 handle, black 9CR 18 MOV blade. Sencut knives, if you're new, right? If you found me on TikTok, you found me on YouTube Shorts, and you're like, who's Sencut? Probably one of the better brands, if not the best brand to start with. I mean, it just depends on who you ask, but definitely one of the better brands to start with if you're looking to, not spend an enormous amount of money, but still get a good quality knife. Sencut is probably going to be on most people's top 5 lists. Highly recommendable, and usually 50 or less is what we're looking at here. So, okay, definitely a full-size knife. We have sort of an olive green and black combination here. A little more complicated in terms of aesthetic than what Sencut usually does. Sencut usually tries to stick more with, I'd call it a Migron aesthetic, where they're real safely within the normal parameters of knifeness, if that makes sense. So, okay, yeah, kind of like a big sort of toucan bill, Warncliffey, sheep's footy, whatever you want to call this, right? It's straight edge, but definitely a full-size knife. We have two-tone G10 underneath. It's nice and smooth. On top, heavy peel ply texturing. Not crazy, but the pocket clip does sit on right on top of it, which is something to note. You have a little lock-in butt bump back here, which usually drives me nuts, but there's plenty of room for my hand to get in here. And there's a nice choke-up spot with a little bit of jimping right here. A nice complementary. The blade kind of makes me think of the, the Grinsmo Norseman. Kind of. Not exactly, because that's a huge, crazy recurve, right? Yeah, okay, it's pretty cool. I would hope that this lands at 50 or less. The action's really good. Wow, it's really good. Your thumb stud action, also really nice. Can it be reverse flicked easily? Yes, it can. Very easy. Access to the lock bar is good. Detent's good. This has a little side-to-side play. Does it need to be tightened up? Hold on a sec. Hold on. I always tell people, don't freak out. If you get a knife, brand new, don't freak out. If it's got a little bit of side-to-side play, the first thing you do is tighten the pivot. Always the first thing we do. Totally fine. How's the centering? It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay, perfect. We still have good action? Yes, we do. That's all it needed. That's nice. A lot of people will say things like, for that much money, or if I'll pay that much money, that should be perfectly centered and shouldn't come undone from the factory. I'm glad that it does, because back in the day where factories used to use red Loctite, Spyderco, it would really make us upset when our knives were not perfectly centered and had blade play, but were Loctited, right? There's just a big middle finger right to the face. So the fact that we have the option to go back and correct this stuff with very inexpensive 242 Loctite and then tune the action the way that we want and tune the lockup or the solidity between the washers the way that we want, I think is much better. So that's my argument for that. But it is always nice to have everything nice and tight and centered up from the factory, which is usually the case with Sencut anyway. Okay, next up we have the Placoid. I'm slowly being taught these new words. Like, I'm having words added to my vocabulary by Civivi and we. You know, like I kept joking that like all knife names had been taken, so they're just making things up now. And every time I say something like that, somebody in the comments is like, actually, it's a real word, and here's what it means. And so I've been humbled. And added a lot of words to my vocabulary. Blue shredded G10 handle. I do like this stuff. It's the first time I ever saw it was on a Civivi. So the way that like the shredded G10 aesthetic actually is really nice. Placoid. I don't know. I'm sure that it's a fairly common word, and I just don't know. So here we go. Another full-size knife. Yeah, this stuff looks awesome. It literally looks like it's almost wet, like a frosted over window, but it's not. That's just what I mean. It's literally just shredded G10. It looks really nice. It almost has the same surface look as your crystal tie, but it's made out of G10. So it just looks. It's great. I mean, it's the same durability and same benefits of G10. It just has a nice, classy look to it. They have shadow boxed these scales with the liners, which peek out just a little bit. This is the right way to do this. Too much shadow boxing and it creates ergonomic discomfort. But if you're going to do it, this is the right way to do it. Yeah, that's a good looking knife. Real straightforward, right? Not reinventing the wheel or anything, but that's a good looking knife. Civivi hitting another full-size knife design, which is something that myself and many other people have been asking for a long time. Is this Nitro V? Is that what they said? No, it's 14C28N. Super sharp. Civivi does, well, I mean, mainly like the geometry, the general geometry of their blades are really good, but their factory edge is also really good, right? And as far as their blade steels and how they heat treat them, I don't love what they do with 20CV and M390, but they do a great job with steels like 14C28N. Truthfully, they kind of just hit every steel within the same general range. It seems like 5961 is what they're going to hit the non-coated stuff with, and 58 to 60 is what they hit the coated stuff with. Periodically, though, we do get different ranges, but I can show you what I'm talking about. Watch this piece of paper, like, prove me wrong completely. There it is. So your Nitro V, or your 14C28N, is, okay, on this it's actually a little bit lower, but this is actually still plenty optimal for 14C28N. So there's subtle variation depending on what the composition is, but I wish they would vary it quite a bit more, right? Whereas like steels like 20CV and M390 benefit a lot more from the 60 to 62 range, right? Whereas 14C28N is perfectly optimal from 58 to 60. Anyways, to steal a line from Nick Shabazz, I digress. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. So what is the last one here? This is, oh, we got a little picture of it right there. Oh, you know what? I can tell you guys what the prices are going to be. Holy crap. Okay, so this one is going to be, you can ignore MSRP, $53.98. That is a wonderful price tag for that guy. The Sencut, ignoring MSRP, is going to be 40 bucks. Yeah, heck yeah. Those are absolutely wonderful price tags for these. I love that. I think that's cool. Getting a little bit of fun and fanciness and not having to go too far over that $50 line or whatever they said it was. What they say? I literally lost the paper. Well, okay. But yeah, like the price tags on these are awesome. I'm really happy with that. So this is called the Hyperpulse. Gray aluminum handle, satin finished 14C28N. We'll go ahead and look at the price tag on this one since the paper's right here and I don't want to lose it. So this one's still going to be a budget knife. MSRP is going to be $82, which again you can ignore. What you'll pay when it hits retailers is $69.70. Let's go ahead and open this up. The Metal Complex guy recycles the same jokes over and over again. It's getting really old. Shut up. All right, let's open. I didn't have a more creative comeback than that. I'm sorry. Hyperpulse. We have a, yeah, okay, nice aluminum button lock with a little bit of extra detail there on the holes that they've milled. This aluminum, it feels a lot like titanium the way that they have finished it, but it is aluminum. Nice, very simple. That is a hollow ground blade. Holy moly. That is a thin edge. Sorry, I busted my back this morning doing squats on a Smith machine, which the idea was to give myself a break from the free weight squats that I always do. And because of the awkward angle and the bad feet position, it's bad form. That's what causes your back to go. Because of my improper form, even at lower weight, I screwed my back up. Not too bad, but I mean enough to where it's like really, really sore. So bending over to pick up a piece of printer paper is killing me right now. Super thin. Super duper thin behind the edge. Wowzers. Cutting paper doesn't prove much, but your factory edge on a Civivi knife is going to be absolutely excellent. And the geometry of this particular blade is also excellent. Civivi also does, in my opinion, probably the very best budget button lock in existence when we're talking about plunge locks in particular. These are not incredibly reliable across the board as far as lockup strength, but Civivi always does a good one, proving that button locks or plunge locks can be good enough for the average person if care is put into the design, right? From the machining end of it. If you get the geometry of that just right, I'm not saying that you can go and baton with these, right? Like some people do, which is just stupid. That's just a stupid person making a stupid decision, right? But what can you do about that? But button lock geometry can be good when it's done correctly, and Civivi proves that all the time. Yeah, this is a cool knife. Really straightforward. I hate the pocket clip, but they do the same pocket clips on all of these, right? It's just too long for this design. But the design is good, and it's a very classic blade shape that is hollow behind the edge. Really nice. Nothing incredibly special here. I'm not sure why this guy is so much more expensive than this guy. Because aluminum. Okay. That's quite a bit more for aluminum. It's still a budget knife, right? It's not nearly as offensive as some of the other prices that I've seen from Civivi sometimes. So that's okay. Yeah. I think the winner for me is going to be this guy, but all of them are good. And they're all priced. These two are priced incredibly well. This one's okay, right? But definitely cool knives for sure. If you're on a budget, this is one of the companies you should be looking at. Each of these knives will be linked individually in the description so you guys can check them out. Each of them will get their own comprehensive reviews. Today's video is just an unboxing, not a review. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.